world. Welcome to the Suffolk University Video Gamers Army podcast. Some people would say it's the start of an era, but really it's just our first podcast. I'm Adam.
My name's Greg.
I'm Rich.
I'm Eleanor.
And we got your homie Chris.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Fuck nigga.
Already?
Yep, naturally.
So I guess... Well,
just a quick thing. It's Greg here. Fuck Chris. Continue.
Oh,
my bad.
Oh, okay.
wow.
We are just starting this thing and we're already throwing shit.
They're already rivalries. So,
Okay.
Wow.
All right, so let's get this thing right back on track. I guess let's stop right into our first topic of discussion, which is, I guess, our favorite games of 2014.
Yeah, you're right.
Would you like to start, Greg?
Hell yeah. My favorite game this year was Dark Souls 2. It got a lot of flack for a lot of the wrong reasons. There's lots of complaints about how the gameplay is a lot weaker and poorly designed compared to the first one, even though there are many vast improvements. And my only real problem with the game was how they handled the lore, really. So it's and no one complained about that. The fact that they gutted a large part of the story. But, people are retarded, and that's why I'm here.
All right. Well, this is Rich speaking. I hope you remember my voice. For 2014, in my opinion, so far has been a pretty disappointing year. But if I had to go with my favorite game, I'd probably have to go with Mario Kart 8, mainly because I love a good game of Mario Kart. And I've definitely had my disappointments with it. For example, the battle mode is pretty much non-existent. It's awful.
Yeah.
The character selection is extremely weak. We're getting the DLC, but still, even the DLC, we have Tanuki Mario and Cat Peach. So, yeah.
7 Koopalings.
7 Koopalings.
7 goddamn Koopalings and Bowser Jr.
I'll never understand
Yeah.
why they're trying to push the Koopalings so hard. They're
I
in
think
Smash.
there has
they're
to
in
be a
fucking-
reason. They wouldn't put them in two different games.
There has to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm guessing the next Super Mario thing is gonna have the Koopalings. And
Most likely.
Yeah,
They've
it's
already
like-
had them in the ones
Yeah.
before.
No,
What
I'm
thinking-
saying they're gonna come back in a big
Yeah,
bad
what I'm
way.
thinking is
Oh,
there's gonna be
okay.
a Koopaling spin-off that's probably in the works
Oh
or something.
god, must be.
Yeah. Oh God. Just imagining that. But yeah, despite those drawbacks, the racing was super solid. The graphics were amazing, gorgeous. The courses were really well designed. It just felt super solid to play, which is probably why I would say it's my favorite in the series, and probably my favorite game in 2014 so far.
All right, and then coming right after Rich again is Eleanor, and my favorite game of 2014, other than the ones that have already been stated, probably Tales of Xillia 2. It was kind of really silly of a game. Its plot was ridiculous, and sort of took the plot of the first game and went, you know what? We can make that worse. But, I don't know, I'm a sucker for bad JRPGs with really nice combat mechanics, so...
Yeah,
And for me, it's a yearly tradition to play a Tales game every single year when it comes out. So it was fun because it came out right at the end of my summer vacation. So it was now I get to play an entire game in 2 days. Let's get this done.
Hell yeah,
yeah, summer break.
marathon.
All right, we got your homie Chris here. And my favorite game...
Please say, my name is Chris, and then speak.
No.
Your name is not my homie Chris. It is Christopher Williams.
Your mother gave you a name.
You better fucking respect it.
All right.
The amount of disrespect here.
Yeah, on the first podcast.
My favorite game of this year of 2014 so far would have to be, without a doubt, hands down, Super Smash Bros. For 3DS. And let me tell you guys why. This game is just amazing. It's a lot better than Brawl. Hands down. The balance is just a lot better, except for they need to tweak Rosalina just a little bit. Luma is just too busted. Shield breaking, and then Luma can still fight. There's no downside, except for when Luma dies, but then she comes back really quick, so it's it doesn't even matter. The 2-player mode, it's great. And it has the connection is better than Brawl, but it still needs a bit of fine tuning because there's even on local, when I'm really close to whoever's playing, let's say I'm playing Adam over here, and it just it just starts lagging out of nowhere. And I'm not really sure why. I don't think that should be happening. And I really like the features, how you can make the outlines broader or thinner for the characters so you can see them better, or you can have that HD feel. Because when you play it in 3D, it's just beautiful. I don't know why people don't like playing in 3D.
Because it gives me a headache.
Because it's
I treasure my
fantastic.
vision.
Because I own a 2DS like a normal budgeted American.
I feel like if
It
you
is
buy the
vomit-inducing.
3DS, you bought the gimmick, so you might as well use the
No,
gimmick.
I bought the console so I could continue playing
Then
great
you should have bought a
handheld
2DS.
games.
You should have waited and bought a 2DS.
Yeah, back when they didn't announce the
I'm
2DS.
sitting here with my-
Yeah, he
Exactly.
should have known.
You should have known, Greg.
Sitting here with my
What the
Ambassador
fuck you
games.
mean?
Wait, my bad.
There was no way we could have known that Nintendo would have advanced enough to create 2D images.
It is true.
Yeah, this is true. This is
Came out of
true.
Yeah, you're right.
It was
But
just
yeah.
it was just a straight left turn.
But the classic mode, it wasn't exactly what I wanted.
It was
but it was
nothing.
still.
It was nothing.
Classic
It
mode-
wasn't what I wanted. They didn't have a lot of content there. But the final boss was a pretty big step up. I really liked that boss fight, and the Smash Run, fantastic.
No.
Are
Do
you done
do you-
talking about Smash Run the game? Because you just mentioned Smash Run, and I assume you're done because that's the best feature in that game. So
I personally love Smash Run.
It's
It's,
enjoyable.
Adam, why don't you like Smash Run?
Because it's not fun. They're just run through this stupid world with all these characters that are just really, really obnoxious, and you can't kill them.
Sounds like someone's trash at the game.
Oh!
Zing!
and that's an original
Get
insult.
wrecked. But yeah, that's my favorite game of 2014. I really love it.
That's it.
Yeah.
And Chris isn't biased at all.
Not at all. He
Yeah.
only plays
He
Smash
only-
for like a living.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, there may just not really be much of a single player there, but you know, we could disagree. Anyway, this is Adam again. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
Do
Nice
we
to
really have
meet
to
you.
reintroduce ourselves?
Yeah, I don't think we have.
Absolutely. Well,
Yeah.
at least for right now. My favorite game of 2014 is, without a doubt, Shovel Knight. Shovel Knight plays on pretty much every single nostalgia string in all the right ways. Its gameplay is fantastic, and it's reminiscent of pretty much every really good NES game, just including Mega Man, which is one of my favorite games on the NES. It's just really something special. It's a really, really unique experience. It has a fantastic soundtrack. It's challenging. It has it all. Shovel Knight is, without a doubt, the best game of 2014.
Okay.
Sorry, everyone else.
Hey, we're talking about
I'm not
favorites, not the
saying
best
you-
game.
Yeah, right.
Right. I was told to pick from a list and was told not to have repeats.
I was told
Do
the
we all
same
want to
thing.
pick Shovel Knight?
No, I haven't
No,
played
no.
Shovel Knight
Alright,
personally.
so
I haven't
I still
either.
pick Dark Souls 2. Shovel
I
Knight
haven't
comes.
played
I
Shovel
would
Knight,
have
so I
picked
wouldn't
Dark
even know.
Souls, but
Shovel Knight's fantastic.
So is Dark Souls 2.
Next topic. What's our next topic?
I don't know. Check from your list, Mr. Host guy.
We're all hosts, Greg. I wouldn't take that. From
You're
you.
the host of the computer.
You're the
You're the
host.
host.
realize
You're
you're
the
actually a
host.
host
You're the
down
host.
deep inside.
We're all hosts.
Deep down.
Is our fourth one?
Deep down. Coming to PS4 and Xbox One. Next year. Maybe. 2 minutes. So a lot of big games came out these past 2 weeks.
Right.
I think. Well, you know, things that are supposed to be big games.
That was a whole lot of fuck ups.
Even with
And a lot of fuck ups. We had Borderlands a pre-sequel.
Oh yeah, the
That
Borderlands
happened.
game.
That
That
was a
happened.
game
The-
that was
that
released.
happened.
Yeah.
I think it looks really fun.
The
I think
2K
it looks like a
like-
Borderlands game.
A kind of Borderlands.
Pretty
Okay,
much,
so-
yeah.
So I'm not sure if you guys have played any of it, but I played a small chunk of Borderlands, and I don't necessarily like what they're doing with Borderlands.
Yeah, I haven't played it because from what I've seen, it looks like I would have your exact same opinion on it. Like,
It seems it is more Borderlands, I guess, at its core, but really I don't like what they're doing with all the moon mechanics and stuff like that. I don't like how you have to keep refilling your oxygen tank. At the end of the day, Borderlands is supposed to be just a really fun, stupid shooter, and I don't see the point to just put a mechanic in that really limits your abilities.
yeah,
I
saw
mean-
it when I saw it at a PAX, I was thinking that might be
Yeah.
a down point.
Yeah, when I first heard about it, I was interested because I personally am not that big a fan of Borderlands. I've played all the Borderlands games because I love the first one for the sort of quiet, like dystopian feel it had.
Yeah.
I like the second one because it was fucking hilarious,
Yeah.
but I hated the gameplay of all of them,
Yeah.
mainly because I didn't have friends to play with. But you shouldn't have a game stand
That's-
on that.
absolutely.
My biggest problem with the Borderlands series is you go down these skill trees, and then the defining moment of your character is like level 25 where you get like the big move of your skill tree, and that's what defines your class. So the rest of the game you're just shooting your SMG or your shotgun, and then occasionally maybe you'll light some shit on fire, or maybe you'll have a bigger fucking you'll have more ammo in your clip. None of these are like really engaging or
Yeah.
anything I should give a fuck about. But then you hit level 25 and then you start shitting fire, and like every time you kill someone they explode or something, and then you're like, wow, that's awesome. I wish I got this at at level 1.
And then really by the time you get your character defining perk, the game's pretty much almost over.
Pretty much.
It pretty much relies on you wanting to complete this game multiple times. And I did that for Borderlands 2, but I mean, I don't know.
Yeah. Like that's just so like I got kind of sidetracked, but like I was kind of excited about the moon mechanics. Like, ooh, they're gonna switch things up. But from what I've heard, they're more like, oh, they're not enabling. They're just disabling.
Absolutely, it takes away.
Yeah.
It doesn't really add much.
I feel like I haven't played it yet, so I can't really say too much about it. But I feel like that mechanic is good. I feel like it adds more to the game. I don't feel like it takes too much away. Just because you know how a lot of people complain, oh, they didn't do anything different. Well, now they're finally doing something different. Everybody's like, they did something different. Why?
Yeah, but see, the thing with Borderlands was people weren't necessarily complaining that they wouldn't do anything different. It's just people just love shooting shit.
Yeah.
That's what Borderlands is,
And
even if they were
the moon mechanics, it only enables one of the problems I had with Borderlands, which is what if you want to play with friends, but all your friends are dickbags when they play Borderlands? And I can already see it now. Wow, why didn't you refill your oxygen? Because you shoved me out of the thing to duel, you asshole!
Yeah, when adding new features like that, like they do need to keep doing new things to keep it fresh. But when adding new things like that, you have to make sure it's fun. That doesn't seem like it's terribly fun from what I've seen. I haven't played it.
Yeah, it really feels like a spin-off Borderlands game, and you can really, really tell that it is a spin-off Borderlands game, and it's kind of just something to keep us sidetracked to work on just whatever Gearbox is working on right now, like Battleborn and whatever their next Borderlands project will be. Because
Kingdom Hearts.
No, we're not bringing up Kingdom Hearts in podcast
Already,
1.
Chris.
We
can't have this debate right now.
Listeners, I can't talk about Kingdom Hearts yet.
Oh, my bad.
Please don't get me started on Kingdom Hearts.
Don't get me.
I think we need to cut that part out.
The next game that released was The Evil Within.
Evil Within.
Evil Within, it's a survival horror game that could have been more, but it wasn't.
I've heard that it's very good, but people went in expecting something different because they're like, oh god, it's the horror guy, that dude who's Shinji Ifune. Why did I even bother? Why did I even bother? I literally just made up words, and I was pretty close, so I'm kind of happy.
Oh, you got the first name.
Yeah, I got the first name. And so it's like, they went in sort of like, oh, the original horror guy, he's gonna make something like crazy, like the next big like horror thing. But it was like he was like the Resident Evil guy.
Yeah.
Like he has like this sort of like he's not the guy who makes like he's not the Silent Hill guy. He's not the guy who does like psychological horror. He's the guy, you see a monster and you pause, you put down your controller, you leave the room, you go to eat something and try to forget about the fucking monster you saw. And from what I've heard and from the shit I've seen, that is exactly what the Evil Within is.
From what I've seen, I didn't get that experience because it's just sort of like, and it's a chainsaw wielding guy. Well, you tried.
I feel like that's just a staple of him. He's like he must have had like a terrible traumatic moment as a kid where some dude came at him with a chainsaw, because every game has a chainsaw.
My first experience with that, I wasn't playing, but I was watching, and it actually made me legitimately scared for like a split second because those jump scares.
Yeah, it isn't really just a horror game. It's definitely more of a survival game, and it seems like he actually kind of nailed it in that respect. Because when I was playing, I pretty much just went through the first few chapters without a shotgun. I didn't know I could get a shotgun. Went back and got my shotgun. And the enemy design is really cool. There are some really awesome looking enemies in that thing.
If you look at it as a survival game, it's really good. Like the resource management's nice. Sort of how it tells you about things. That's good. It's not scary.
No, and I'm not necessarily sure it was trying to set out to be scary. It tried more of the psychological thing and a survival game, which he's really good at doing, and I think he kind of nailed it.
Yeah.
But it does have massive performance issues.
Oh yeah, from what I've watched, yeah, it seems like
are they doing that shit again where they port it from like the Xbox and so it comes out bad on one of the other ones?
I don't know. Is it better on?
I don't know what it is.
That's strange because last generation it was because of because there were like huge differences between the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox One and the Xbox 360. I meant the Xbox 360. And the Xbox 360 was really like a lot. It wasn't easier to program. It was more that the PlayStation 3 was fuck hard to program on. So everyone just made it on the Xbox and then they ported it to PC. They ported it to PlayStation 3, and then even Bethesda did the great thing, which they fucking like ported the PlayStation 3 version to PC, which made like a double fucked version. So they had to patch that for a while. But Bethesda's the only company that can get away with releasing terrible games on launch.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But that's a side thing that I shouldn't really get into right now.
I'm not really sure what it is about the evil. Then they even tried to do like a letterbox kind of aspect ratio to make it perform better.
Yeah.
And from what I've seen, that doesn't help it really perform better. There's still like a lot of slowdowns just in places where there should be slowdowns. It's
Well,
really rough.
I remember it was another thing that was a defining moment of it for me was when I was playing with some friends. You know, we were trying to escape from a monster. We managed to finally give it the slip, only to find we were permanently stuck on a shopping cart,
Yeah.
and we could not move.
Oh yeah.
There was
Yeah.
no way to free ourselves. There was no way to go back to a menu so we could quick reload. No, it was all the way back to the last save point
Yeah.
because a shopping cart caught us.
Yeah. We couldn't even kill ourselves with a grenade.
Yeah. Yeah. What they did there is cool, but it just doesn't perform well. So, is that everything about this game?
Yeah,
seems
I don't
like
know
it.
too much
Move
about
on?
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
continue.
I said everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Killer Instinct Season 2.
We're going on 16 minutes.
Killer Instinct Season 2.
Killer Instinct Season 2, after Iron Galaxy picked it up.
Oh, I haven't heard anything about it. All
Oh,
I know
okay.
is that Killer Instinct is a game from the past. It was a fighting game. People loved it because they played it when they were kids. And then the new one came out, and then some people are like, yeah, it's pretty good too. And then they never talk about it again. That's my experience with Killer Instinct.
So the work that Double Helix did with Killer Instinct was actually very good. It's actually a very good fighting game at its core.
Yeah.
And obviously they got purchased by Amazon a while ago, so they couldn't continue to work on Killer Instinct anymore. So Iron Galaxy picked it up, and hell yeah, Iron Galaxy. And they did an entire redesign of that game. The menus are different and everything. They have all the characters separate by like Season 1 and Season 2. They've added TJ Combo from the old Killer Instinct games and Maya, who was also from the old Killer Instinct games. The work that they've been doing in that game is actually kind of on par with what Double Helix did, and I think that's really cool.
Dope. I'm not too big into Killer Instinct myself.
Yeah, I've only played
Yeah.
the free trial thing on Xbox One. That's like it.
Yeah, it's really good.
It just seems super
And,
solid.
Yeah, everything is rebalanced, stuff like that. Saberwolf isn't broken anymore.
Literally the only thing I know about fucking Killer Instinct is Super Combo!
That's more than I know.
That's the only thing you need to know about Killer Instinct,
Okay.
and the fact that it's a really solid fighting game, and it has rhythm finishers, and that's fucking awesome.
So you tell me I can play Donkey Kong Jungle Beat to kill people?
Sure, if that's what you want to do, connect your little drums. And play.
Like
That
I
sounds
noticed
legit.
that when I was playing the trial version, like their combo system, it wasn't too overly difficult. Like
No.
it always had that same start up combo that you're like right down, right up circle, and then you just press buttons after
Yeah.
that. It almost felt like Smash the way it was kind of accessible. Like it wasn't too overly difficult, but it like if I was playing Street Fighter and I try to button mash, I would feel like this game it's terrible. It's kind of clunky. I don't know because I don't know what I'm doing. But in Killer Instinct, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
it doesn't feel bad.
Yeah, they made it really easily accessible
Yeah.
and hard to master.
Yeah,
The work
that,
they did on that is it's really good.
I'm actually kind of interested now because my favorite fighting games are Smash, Mortal Kombat, and Injustice because I like how sort of free the combos feel. Like when I'm playing like Soul Calibur or I'm playing Street Fighter, like I feel like the combos are almost preset. I know they're not. Like don't stab me, but like the way that's how it feels for me. But when it's like when I'm playing Injustice or Smash, you knock them up and then you jump and then use whatever the fuck move you want, and then sometimes your combo isn't good and you have to switch out some other moves. But like when I'm playing Street Fighter, I'm trying to like I'm trying too hard just to figure out what's good and how to really keep people away and when to go in and stuff like that. But with my time with like Smash and Injustice and stuff and Mortal Kombat, I literally just go in training and I make up combos for like days.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I'm maybe I'll check it out. Although I do have to buy. Yeah, I'm not. It's Xbox One. No, thank you.
Maybe I'll bring in an Xbox One. Sometime. We'll play some KI. It's fun.
I'll do it.
Yeah. And also D4. We need to play D4.
And-
Oh, we
yeah,
really
yeah.
do.
D4. Is that like
Dark Dreams Don't Die. Sweary's new game. We'll explain more later.
So we're back. We
We're
had
back.
to switch things around.
Oh.
Eleanor left us, so
That's fine. We
I'm
didn't need her anyway.
hello, I'm Deanna. My favorite game of 2014 wasn't Animal Crossing because that came out last year.
Last year,
Last year.
E3 of last year. That's how I
Yeah.
played the entirety of the
Yeah.
E3 week.
Yeah.
It's
I
Animal
watched
Crossing.
Watched E3 and played that.
I got to
I'd
pick
probably
Christmas.
have to say so far it was Shadows of Mordor.
Yeah.
Just because I really like Lord of the Rings. holds a special place in my heart. And the tutorial was super cute.
That's a really good game. Like,
Yeah,
they give us some
it's solid.
awesome ideas.
Plus, it's Lord of the Rings. How can you go wrong?
The almighty Nemesis system that no one actually understands. What exactly is included in the Nemesis system? Everybody keeps talking about said Nemesis system.
You can.
No, yes, I know the
it's
basic
like,
of
you
it.
can beat, like, kill people off. I know someone else could probably explain it better than I.
Yeah, it's like
Because I've only played a couple hours of the game, but I really like it anyway.
So
yeah, there's a whole bunch of like there's several ranks of chieftains and they
and
as
you can
die
like pay
Yeah.
orcs to.
so
I don't know. You
pretty
can
much
mind
there's like
control
this.
orcs to take over for you, and have them work for you. We'll figure it out.
So pretty much it's just like a hierarchy of orcs, and
Yeah.
all of them have various ranks.
And you have to infiltrate.
you infiltrate them, you kill them, and then later in the game you can get more abilities, so you can mind control them, and then like you can put moles in, and then you can like kill other people higher up, and you have to kill all the war chiefs, which are the highest rank of all of them.
Yeah.
So
And
how was
then-
the story?
It's not good.
Yeah, it's terrible.
The Nemesis
yeah.
system is
I-
the Nemesis system is great.
The story's pretty alright.
The story's nothing.
It's Lord of the Rings. How can
Yeah.
it not be a good story?
I don't know.
It's Lord of the Rings.
I don't know. I feel like it's just like, oh, you know.
Then again, it is kind of like a
Yeah.
generic plot masquerading as Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Because it's Lord of the Rings, I feel like I
What do you
have to
mean?
say
Yeah.
it's good.
It's
like,
not
oh.
Lord of the Rings. It's Mordor.
It's
It's
literally
Mordor.
That's Lord of the Rings, Greg.
It's just no.
Don't
They don't
debate.
talk about. Don't talk about
Don't-
Aragorn or
Yes,
Gimler.
but they talk about Gondor, which is where Aragorn's ancestors came
That's
from.
not Sauron.
Welcome to the Lord of the Rings podcast.
Welcome to the Lord of the Rings podcast, where I am whipping these bitches into shape.
Damn.
My name is Token. I'm kicking ass in token names.
Um,
Next topic.
Next topic.
Some more things came out.
More things came out.
More
That's
things.
good.
More things.
Platinum released 2 games in these past 2 weeks.
One of them
I-
amazing
On the
and one of them
opposite
is shit.
scales of the spectrum.
We'll talk
here.
about the better one first.
Yeah.
The Legend of Korra.
Okay.
Oh shit, you got
No.
me. It's
Legend of
terrible.
Korra was terrible.
I haven't seen anything on it. I kind of don't want to because
I-
in my head there's still that idea that Platinum is making a Legend of Korra game, and I fucking love.
Yeah,
both of
that's
those
fucking
things.
awesome, right?
That's
So, I watched a chunk of that game. That game seems bland as shit.
Oh.
yeah, that's my only problem. I've always had this like this problem with like character action games like that. And it's like there's such a fine line between terrible and good. It's so hard to balance that.
Yeah.
act. That's why I would
Absolutely.
never want to fucking make one of those games because
Yeah.
it's like you can only make the gameplay so deep. You have to those games ride on like fucking visuals and sound because like. To have a game like that work out is super fucking hard. That's why we've seen so many like this Devil May Cry is amazing. This
Yep.
one's shit. This Ninja Gaiden's amazing. This one's shit.
Yep.
With these ones happens more than any other game series because you have to. It's such a delicate balancing act, and so it's actually not. I'm actually not too surprised to see that Platinum releases shitty shit, Legend of Shit, and the amazing Bayonetta 2.
Segway.
Segway.
Beautiful segue into the amazing game Bayonetta 2. I actually just bought it today. I'm fucking excited to play it when I get home. I can't, and it has the first one on it. I can't.
That's awesome.
It has the
Yeah.
first one.
That's,
I
a,
love-
that's a really good deal.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
really
So
cool.
it's $60.
Gets you 2 games.
It's your 2 fantastic games.
And the first one has extra stuff added, like the costumes and stuff.
Yeah, and it's
Okay.
like
I've
I
never played
may have to
Bayonetta.
buy Bayonetta 2, even though I don't own a Wii U yet.
I should have gotten that instead of
Christmas.
maybe the Evil Within.
yeah,
Maybe,
It's on,
yeah.
it's like
it's on the Wii.
it's like
Only Wii U.
yeah, it's on
Yeah, it's on the Wii U.
So it's like the Borderlands the pre-sequel came out, and everyone's like, this feels like a halfway game. It doesn't feel like a full Borderlands game. That's just $60.
Absolutely, yeah. $60.
And yet we get this better game
Yeah.
that has 2 in them, and it's just like, that's just great. That's just
Yeah.
fucking glorious.
I still have to pick Bayonetta 2 up, but first, I never beat the first one. I want to beat the first one before I play the second.
And that's another fucking reason, because I never played the first one. And I'm really excited to play the first one first. And I also really love things like playing the first thing and then a sequel immediately, because like half the time you play the first one's like, I love it, and you sit there and you let it fester in your mind and you go, this is really great, and then everything you remember just gets just skewed slightly,
Yeah.
and then everything is more amazing. When you play the first one and the second one, I'm gonna be able to just one after the other, I'm gonna be able to accurately see like what was good about the first one and what's good about the second one. What's the second one do better than the first one?
Yeah, exactly.
Because like, there's plenty of games that I love that I played too long ago to ever pretend that my opinion of them is accurate.
So you're gonna go right into the first one and the second one.
Yeah, like
and,
literally, I'm gonna beat the first one and then just like go right in.
Which is always good with games you're catching up on. It's like one of the pluses of waiting a bit.
Yeah.
It's kind of like binging on Breaking Bad. It's like,
Oh.
every time you try to sit there and wait an episode for Breaking Bad, you're just like, no, why would you end it like that? I can't wait. And then
And you don't have
And
to.
then
you don't have to.
watch
You just
it.
sit there and binge, and then you just lose your mind.
Binging and purging.
Binging and purging.
Binging and
And pillaging
Yeah.
the villages.
Pillage the village.
Villager?
Barn shit.
No.
Barn shit.
Chris, stop with your fucking...
We're not-
We already talked
Stop,
about
we
Smash.
had our 5 minutes of Smash, shut up.
Yeah, literally.
That should be a segment like
5 minutes
friendly
of
towards
Smash
like
with
45
Chris.
minutes is the podcast. It's gonna be like, hey, welcome to Chris, and this is 5 minutes of Smash.
Welcome to
Yeah,
Chris.
welcome to Chris.
Welcome to Chris. Did you see those L
Welcome to
cancels?
your homie.
Oh, yeah,
Chris.
sorry. Welcome to your homie Chris.
Your homie Chris.
This is 5 minutes of Smash. The other day I was Peach and I was fighting this Rosalina, and I was beating the shit out of her. You know how good that felt? Rosalina's a whore. She's a whore version of me.
I got a Stitch face.
That's
And then you
plus.
got-
Wave
Yo,
dash.
I've
Bustin'
never
wave
gotten a
dash.
Stitch face.
MLG
You probably
360.
have.
You
You probably
missed it.
You probably
Sweet.
just missed it and didn't notice.
Like
You must have at some point. You play
because
Peach.
I play so much Peach.
Yeah.
And I've never noticed.
It
a
seems
Stitch
so
face.
much more frequent in Smash 4. It's kind of ridiculous.
Then what the hell is wrong with
and
me? Because
fucking
I always
bombs.
like my vegetables.
Why are bombs so frequent in this
Oh
game?
yeah, but I've gotten so many bombs. I
Yeah,
also get a
bombs
lot
are-
of Mr.
Saturn.
Mr. Saturn.
Yeah, I don't know.
I did not know
Mr.
those
Saturn.
dudes broke shields.
Yeah.
I was
Wait.
I
That's
lost
their
my
entire.
They do?
That's their
Yeah.
entire purpose.
I didn't know.
Yeah, if you throw them at someone holding a shield, it just breaks.
Oh,
it.
shit.
You get a full charge smash on.
Oh, that's nice. Or in Jigglypuff's case, it just kills her.
Okay, we actually just did 5 minutes of smash.
We're
Fuck,
done.
go back.
We're done.
And back to Bayonetta.
Next-
And news.
Here's next game that came
Next
out.
game.
I know nothing about it. It came out today, I believe.
What is it?
What?
Civilization Beyond Earth.
Oh,
Civ
I have
6.
not been keeping up with that. It's not Civ 6.
No,
don't say it, they'll
it's a
stop you.
spin-off.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm a girl. I don't know
Edit,
anything about video
edit,
games.
edit.
Oh God!
Edit right
Don't fall
here.
into the stereotype.
Edit right here.
Why are we
I said
editing
that
right here?
ironically.
I don't know.
And
Okay.
We're
I
not.
said it because I
Okay.
can, because I'm a girl.
Hashtag gamer.
Any of you guys said I'd beat your ass.
Oh, damn.
Oh, okay.
Probably.
I don't know anything about this game.
Literally,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be like Alpha. It's like the spiritual successor to Alpha Centauri, which is the name of like the first world you inhabit. Like it's like the representation of the first world we go to. Like after we use up the Earth and then we have to leave or
So
else
it's
we all die.
like
So it's Mars.
Destiny.
It's Destiny. Except there's no. Oh, that'd be great if the Traveler was there. Whatever the
Peter
Traveler
Dinklage.
is. Maybe
Oh
can
no,
I
Peter
can you
Dinklage isn't the Traveler, is it?
No,
kill
Peter
the
Dinklage is a
Traveler?
ghost.
Can you kill the
Ghost.
Traveler
The
and
ghost.
Civ Beyond Earth? That'd be great.
Finally, someone needed to do it.
But yeah.
I don't know. Can we talk much about this game?
I don't
I've
want
got
to.
anything.
I have
got
no-
nothing.
I have
I
nothing.
love Civ. I'm guessing it's going to have the same problem I have with all Civ games, and is that I love starting Civ games. I hate ending Civ games.
Yeah.
Because once you have like 5 cities and like you have to manage all these troops, it just gets tedious. I'm sitting there, okay, you move 2 units forward, you move 2 units forward. Oh, what are you doing? You're building. I don't really care about you anymore. Okay, here's a granary. Oh, what are you? Oh, here's a granary too. Oh, here's another granary. And I'm just like, I don't care. But then when you're starting out, and then you have like your one warrior unit that goes out and is like killing barbarians, and he gets like 3 ranks up, and then you get your wonder first, and then so everybody else who is building that wonder says, oh well, shit, I wasted bad turns and I can't build that wonder anymore. That's the best feeling,
Yeah.
and that's why I was interested, but I just haven't been keeping up with that game.
Yeah, I just pulled it up. It seems like it's getting pretty good reviews.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got a Metascore right now.
It is a Civ
82.
game. And everybody-
It's a Civ game.
Yeah, and so it's like, I guarantee you they're all doing the same shit. Where it's like, wow, I loaded up a game and I'm having a lot of fun. and then in the month later, where they try to boot it up again,
Yeah.
they're just like, I can't do it.
Yeah.
Like literally, like you should see it. I've had lists of like 30 matches that I've never finished, and then I have to go in one day, delete it all, and then I do it again. it's an awful habit. All right, what's next?
So that came out. I don't know much about it,
Yeah.
but apparently it's pretty
came
good.
out.
It's a
Yeah.
Civ game. Those games are usually pretty good. Firaxis is great at making strategy games.
Yeah.
So there you go. Here's something that I don't necessarily like. It's not really a game release. I feel like it's just something we should talk about. And the Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire demo came out.
Oh yeah.
It's
Yeah.
probably something we should talk about.
It's
Oh, at least a little bit.
A bit.
Yeah, a little
it's
bit.
I haven't played it.
You sort of. I think I haven't seen so much about it. I heard you just sort of get your Mega Stone. For
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
starter.
That's
You get the
kind of
Mega
it.
Stone for the special Glalie.
Glalie, yeah.
Froly, as I affectionately call it.
I named it Abomination.
And then you get all 3 Mega Stones for your starters.
But you don't keep those. The only thing you keep is your Glalie and its Mega Stone and like some hard skills and Pokeballs.
Oh, okay.
So pretty much it's
That makes
Yeah.
a lot more sense because I thought you were going to be able to transfer everything that you
no,
got.
not everything. Just the Glalie and a few items.
So why Glalie?
So
Yeah.
Because it's a new Mega and it's probably something that people aren't excited about. So I
so-
guess it's a good way to get it out there.
So you mean if I leveled up my Swampert to level 100?
It's not
and
yours. Even if you level up your Glalie to level 100, it's not yours. Like you get, I think you get the one you get it at its state when it's caught, I believe. So you get a Glalie at level 40 and it's holding a Mega Stone, and that's the exact Glalie you get.
Yep.
Oh, well,
It's like a playable event Pokemon.
Yeah, and
So
that's
Pretty
less
much.
hype. I thought it was like,
No.
you'd be able to transfer.
no, you can't.
Pokemon.
No,
It
and
resets after every mission.
it resets after every mission. So you start out and you go through various instances. I think it's maybe 10. I think, and they're all just, I lost a Pokemon in this section of the grass. Find it
Yeah.
for me, and
You
battle
have
with
to go
Steven or
train
something.
these people.
Yeah, it's all the same stuff.
Yeah.
And
It's-
it gives you this false sense of progression. It's like, well, now you can do this thing. Look at this familiar face. Here's May. Oh well, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do this, guys.
Yeah.
I ended up playing through it all 10 times because I don't want to miss anything. It isn't fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
my
Pokemon.
only hope for that game is that they make May and Wally better characters because like Hoenn is my favorite generation of Pokemon,
Yeah.
third generation, except for the rivals. Like by far they're the worst rivals in the series.
Yeah.
Probably, I can probably say that definitively because May like, gives up halfway through.
Yeah,
and
she
then Wally
does.
comes out of no. I liked Wally, but he had no sense of progression. He was like a little sickly child, and then all of a sudden I meet him at the end of Victory Road, and then he's like way past me. And I'm like, Wally, stop using Game Shark. What the fuck?
All of a sudden.
I actually think the black and white ones were they were just
I liked Sharon and the little girl who was like completely dumb.
I don't know.
It was the one when she had the green. Oh, did you not play this one? But
I
the
don't
one with the
think
green hat and the generic anime cool guy
Okay.
who fixes his glasses.
Okay.
I liked him because he was like real serious about it, and like he sort of kept you on your toes. He was like the true rival, and then I sort of liked how the girl was like a terrible trainer, even though I had more trouble with her than I did of the serious guy. But like she her story was very like, oh, I don't know what I'm gonna do with the world. I don't want to battle, and I don't know. It was interesting to see because like literally May is like, my father's a researcher. How much Pokemon have you caught? Oh, I caught less than you. Darn.
Yeah.
Let's battle.
It's like X and Y with that one kid that's like, damn.
I'm really bad at this.
I'm really bad at catching Pokemon.
I
My
went-
Pokedex is less than yours. Okay. They don't even
Oh yeah,
matter.
I felt so bad
Oh,
because
yeah.
literally I wanted to lose. I went through the route. I caught like one Pokemon, and they're like, "Drats, you did better than me." Like, what do you mean? I caught one Pokemon.
Did you do anything?
Are you telling me you haven't done a single thing?
Wasn't he at like 20 by the end of the game?
Yeah, and it was like, I felt so bad because his entire goal in life was to finish the Pokédex, and like I was casually catching Pokemon that I liked.
Yeah.
I wasn't even
Yeah.
catching like when I was young, I would just catch Pokemon on the route, just be like, ooh, a new Pokemon. Now it's like, oh, you look kind of cool. Maybe I'll catch you. I still did better than little potato head motherfucker.
Poor kid.
Poor kid. Like,
Oh, God.
I
That's a
felt
fucking
really
life
bad.
aspiration.
I felt so bad because Serena wanted to be better than me, and I was like, okay, that's fine. I'm a Pokemon trainer. I'm not gonna let you do that. And then they had like the dude who wanted to dance. I guarantee you, if someone laid out a mat, I'd probably school his ass.
DDR.
What?
DDR, let's go.
Yeah, just do Pokemon DDR.
On the DS.
That needs to be a thing, by the way. Okay, that's my Pokemon.
I sense a great segue. Bring up the dancing joke again.
The dance. Oh. I guarantee you that if someone laid down a dance mat, I'll probably school his ass.
Fantasia music evolved. Is
Beautiful.
Beautiful segue.
beautiful.
Flawless.
Well done, Adam.
That came out this week, which is the last title that I think was important.
That's the harmonics.
That's a harmonics. That's that harmonics
Oh,
thing.
yeah.
That looks interesting.
Is that like the
What is that?
Well, it's a
platformer or something, right?
no.
Yeah, I'm not keep saying genre still I get it right.
It's a quiz game.
It's the dating sim.
It's Harmonix' JRPG dating sim where no.
Wait,
no.
Oh shit, you got me.
Okay, so here it is. Harmonix made another rhythm game, guys.
Serious
okay.
when you're joking.
No, I thought it was a rhythm
It's a
dating game.
it's a Connect game. It's a dancing Connect game, guys.
Oh, so it's like just dance.
You've never done a dating sim.
Why would you put it on the list?
Because Harmonix makes really good stuff.
Oh, okay.
Are we gonna buy an Xbox One now?
I have one.
I have one.
Are you gonna bring it in for us next
Yeah,
week?
we're-
For Fantasia, do you want to see me do my hand dances?
We all don't have enough money to make poor decisions, Adam.
I mean, I did.
I
but
made a
didn't do
poor.
it all.
No bias here. Fantasia Music Evolved is Harmonix's new hand dancing rhythm game, which
Hand
is
dancing?
yeah, it's all like hand dance and stuff. But anyway, it's based off of Fantasia, which I don't know if you've heard about it, but it's a Disney musical.
Fantasia.
This is news.
Fantasia. This is
We need to talk
Fantasia.
about this. Fuck the
Yeah,
game. We
yeah.
can talk about
So,
this.
it's kind of like this molding of all of the cool songs from that game. It's like, oh, here's Queen too.
Oh, perfect.
And I don't know, those guys make really good stuff. It seems.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's anything. I haven't checked it out personally. I've seen a lot of stuff on it. I like those guys.
Yeah, I'm interested in
Mark's
the
is
stuff
cool.
they're doing because I do love how they had like a company with the theme of
Yeah.
the whole music thing, and I was real interested when I heard about like the
Chroma.
Chroma.
They scrapped Chroma.
Did they?
They're retooling Chroma. Like that was a while ago.
Oh yeah.
They scrapped it
I
for a
don't
while.
keep up with the news. I
I signed up for that
Huh?
when I still had my shitty laptop.
Yeah.
I signed up for that.
Yeah, they scrapped that a long time ago.
Yeah.
Actually, they also
What's
released
Chroma?
Chroma was a rhythm-based first-person shooter game.
That would have been so cool.
And
Yeah, like-
but no, they didn't like they're retooling it. They didn't. I think they scrapped the name Chroma. They're gonna try something new
Yeah.
with those assets.
Yeah, because it's such a cool idea. Like
It is a cool
basically,
idea.
you like sort of like move and fire on beat.
Yeah.
Sort of. Not the movement's free, but like it's you're more effective if you take actions on a beat. So it's like maybe your sniper rifle works well on the base, and the base don't come that often. So you sort of like you line up your shot, you wait for the base to hit, and right as the base hits, you fire your sniper, and
Yeah.
then it'll be like super dope laser sniper, and
Yeah.
then you one shot a dude.
That's
But so.
busted.
That it just sounds like something. Like it sounds like a game I totally play for a week,
Yeah.
which I can say more of than most first-person shooters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Harmonix actually released something else that actually I just reminded me of it. I think it came out in the past 2 weeks. I didn't have it on my list, but it was what was the name of it?
They have that Fig.
Yeah, they had it at Fig.
Yeah,
It
that's
was
all. Oh, yeah, what was
oh
Not
shit.
the platformer.
No,
Or
that was
the
that was
dating sim?
their bullet hell. Hold
I got a
on.
rhythm-based bullet hell. That sounds pretty hype too.
Man.
Oh yeah.
Harmonix.
Oh wow.
Harmonic.
Give me a second. I swear
Can't
this
look
is
things up.
professional.
Who's holding the conversation?
Yo.
A City Sleeps.
City
A City
Sleeps.
A City
City
Sleeps is
Sleeps.
their twin stick bullet hell
Okay.
with rhythm qualities. And I tried it at Fig. It seemed neat.
Yeah, it seemed super interesting in Fig.
I was gonna
It
try
came out.
and I tried all the other terrible games.
Yeah, there was nothing there.
what if
Maybe we'll talk about that another time. That was
Yeah.
that was a terrible event.
What if you
Yeah.
put your own music on those rhythm games?
Okay, Vib Ribbon. We're on a discussion of Vib Ribbon.
Okay, Vib Ribbon.
2 weeks ago, Vib Ribbon came out on PSN for the first time
Still have
in
to
this
buy
country.
that.
Vib Ribbon was a rhythm game that came out in 2000 on PlayStation 1 in Europe and Japan, and now it's out in this 14 years later.
Yeah,
And
now we can finally play it.
We have Vib Ribbon.
Did you buy it?
No, not yet.
I still haven't bought
still
it
haven't
yet.
got Vib
I have
Ribbon.
to buy it.
I need to
I
get
have to
Vib
buy
Ribbon.
it.
Wait.
What's Vib Ribbon?
Vib Ribbon is a rhythm game where you're this little adorable rat named Vibri. Rabbit, whoops. Named Vibri. And you just run through all these obstacles and you have to press corresponding buttons for each obstacle it runs into. And it's adorable. It has a fantastic soundtrack. It was one of the first games where you could actually, you could put your own music CD in it and it would read that and attempt to make something out of it.
So it's for Vita.
It's for Vita and PS3.
So if you put music on your Vita,
that's
you
probably
can
not going to
record
work.
Yeah.
That's probably not going to work on the Vita version.
Yeah.
It's out on PS3 and Vita right now, PS4 sometime in the future. Buy
I'll
Vib
still
Ribbon.
buy it. It
Vib
sounds
Ribbon's
pretty cool.
adorable.
It's like $15.
No, I think it's like 6 or 8,
Oh, okay.
Sick
Buy that when I get home.
something like that. Vib Ribbon.
Vib
Vibri the
Vib
rabbit.
Ribbon. Remember that and buy it.
Okay.
So they
All of
weren't,
you listening, remember that and buy it.
they weren't just ruining us at E3.
They weren't.
Here's Vibri the rabbit. Bye.
Yeah, right.
So
that was such a tease, but now it's out. So
I mean, I guess.
It's Conquer all over again.
Never forgive, never forget.
Yeah. And now
okay.
they're teasing Parappa with the you gotta.
Yeah. So at the end of the blog post, they posted like, "Oh, Vibribbon's now available," and then it said at the bottom of it, it was like, "Oh, here's whatever, at E3 we brought it up," and everyone was like, "Well, why didn't you do anything with Vibribbon?" And we just responded with, "You know what? Well, sometimes you gotta believe."
So there's hope yet.
And I'm like, "You motherfuckers!
There's hope yet.
Don't you tease Parappa in front of me and just do nothing with it.
You better do something with this.
Give me Parappa.
I'm
3.
waiting.
The next gen
Parappa.
Sony's next gen project with harmonics.
Yeah.
There it
The
is.
next Parappa game.
Oh my God! Harmonix making a Parappa.
Glorious.
John Drake works at Harmonix. Sony now. He's going to get this done.
Okay.
John Drake was
John Drake.
old Harmonix PR guy.
Yeah.
If anyone who
They
doesn't know.
probably stole him just for the
It's all coming together.
It's all coming
It's
together.
all coming
Illuminati.
together.
Illuminati.
Illuminati triangle. The corner is John Drake, Sony, and Parappa.
Then who's the eye?
Master Onion.
Master Onion.
Okay.
Master Onion.
Gotta believe. You gotta do what?
Let's stop this.
Yeah. let's actually move on to something.
Yeah.
What else?
Should we go into news?
Should we go into news?
Do we want to do
have,
news?
20 minutes till we hit an hour.
Okay. Let's do some news. I'll just read these headlines like a robot. Want to hear these headlines, guys?
We're not Fox News.
Want to hear these
Well,
headlines?
we don't have sexist comments yet, so we're
Want to
not
hear
Fox.
these headlines?
I just think girls lack the dexterity that guys do.
Slack connect.
Are we Fox News yet?
Speaking of Fox News, and it's completely unrelated, just tangent.
This
There
is our
was this-
first podcast.
Okay.
Don't
Let's
you
keep
dare
that
start
in
anything.
Okay, I'll suppress my angry feminist until like
Okay.
podcast 10.
This is our first podcast, Diana.
Do we want to talk about the direct yesterday?
We'll do that
I
after
already
this.
started
This
off
one's
by
already
saying
up.
everyone that doesn't like Dark Souls 2 is an idiot. I'm sure we can.
Well, see, but everybody who would potentially listen to a podcast would probably agree with you because everyone goes apeshit over Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's-
With the exception of myself. Like,
I mean, the Dark Souls 2 is like, it's critically all righted, and then the community is like, well,
the community
they're
is...
against it.
They're against it?
Yeah.
Dark Souls 2?
Yeah, everybody's calling it like the shitty B game.
Oh, okay.
Is how they refer to it as.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Dark Souls cult is still a
Yeah,
thing.
because
So.
there.
Alive
Yeah,
well.
it's
Yeah.
still alive and well. But they've shifted focus off Dark Souls 2 and just go #Bloodborne.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Bloodborne looks great.
Yeah.
Bloodborne
I don't like Souls games, but I gotta say that Bloodborne looks pretty fucking
does
impressive.
look-
It's gonna
Yeah.
be hard.
That Bloodborne
And
looks
I
impressive.
wanna buy it,
I'm buying
but
it.
I'm never going to beat
So-
it because it is difficult.
Yeah, that's the same thing that I'll do. Like, that's what I do with Dark
Like,
Souls 1. I played like
fucking-
15 to 20 hours of it. This is really fun. Whoops. I died a lot.
That was doing Demon Souls.
Yeah.
Goddamn motherfucking Xenoblade Chronicles.
Yeah.
I am 3 years into that game.
Oh, wow. That's a lot of playtime, like, every day.
Yeah, every single day, like
I
every
have
hour.
put like 60 hours into the game and I cannot progress past one boss battle.
Are
For
you
those of
really
you-
feeling it?
We're really
Podcast
feeling
one.
it.
Podcast 1.
Podcast one.
No,
We're
it's-
all really
for
feeling
those
it.
of you listening and are familiar with the game, it's the one in like the tomb, and you have the assassin lady and the
Don't spoil anything before you go on.
thing.
The thing.
That is
They-
not spoiling anything.
They know what that is.
They
Yeah.
know what that is
They-
if you got
yeah.
that far. I can't do it. I can't find a good party setup. I am over leveled. I can't do it.
That's always my favorite, most hated part about JRPGs and how terrible
Yep.
they generally are.
Yeah.
They always have this sort of like, you go into an area, and then you go into an area, you move through it, that's sort of your grinding.
Yeah.
And then you fight a boss that's too hard. Like, just
Yeah.
absolutely retarded.
Yeah.
And so what you have to do is now backtrack, which completely kills the pacing of the game.
Yeah.
And this is how it works
it's
in
not
every
even like
single
I can go
JRPG.
back. It's
Sorry.
like I am stuck between one floor of this dungeon. From what I remember, I haven't picked it up in a really long time because I'm just so fucking frustrated.
Yeah.
I'm stuck on one level with one boss in front of me, and I can't do shit.
Yeah. It's
I can fast travel, but I don't want to backtrack like that.
Dark Souls gets lots of like flack for being like almost too difficult or whatever, but it's like
It's fair.
it's fair, but it's like the difficulty is just one of Dark Souls' many like one of the many aspects that I love so much about it. A game that can make you lose is like that is also hard is like fucking Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
I've fought bosses and had to fight another boss after, and then blew like every health item I've ever had just trying to beat the boss. And then so now I have to fight another boss, and I have literally nothing. I've literally lost Ninja Gaiden games. Like you don't lose games anymore. There's like you game over and you continue. I lost. I lost that Ninja Gaiden. And I never had that problem with Dark Souls because you still have your 10 Estus Blast no matter what.
Yeah, absolutely.
And even in the Dark Souls 2, when you have half health, there's ways to combat that, and you can leave. You're not trapped. It's very open. Unlike in Ninja Gaiden, a linear story where you can use all your health and you can't go back to far more health. And if you can do that in Mega Man, you kind of get fucked. And then you can like collect, you can like stock up on those tank things. But like, that's not what happens in Ninja Gaiden. You can't farm health. You just lose like I did. And that shit's hard. That's like, Dark Souls is hard decision-making wise. Ninja Gaiden's hard decision-making and execution-wise. Yeah. That's a hard game that doesn't get any respect. That's probably because the most recent ones in the series were bloody shitfest.
That's true. That wasn't anything special.
Yeah.
We should move on.
What do you have pulled up there?
I have a few news stories, some of which are
Are all
interesting.
of them death threats?
One of them is a death threat. One out of four.
This is podcast one.
Okay.
Yeah, but
this
this
one's
is also
different.
gaming.
Yeah.
This one's different. I'm
This
not getting
yeah,
into
we're
the
not
deep
doing
stuff.
that
I'm
yet.
not. No. This one has justice.
This one, okay.
And an apology.
Okay.
So there's this small development team, which I'm not sure what their studio name is, but they made a game called Paranautical Activity, which is an early access game on Steam, which never really seemed like anything special. But they just came out of early access a few days ago, and once they hit 1.0, I guess their thing never changed on the front page of Steam. It said now in early access. So one of the developers tweeted at Gabe Newell, sending him death threats. Quote, saying, "I am going to kill Gabe Newell. He is going to die." And then in response, Valve was like, "Absolutely not," and took their game down off of Steam. And then a few days later, the guy was like, "Yeah, I was stupid. I was really hot-headed. I shouldn't have done that, and now I disbanded my studio." So their studio's gone.
Wow.
So what exactly? So wait, I kind of missed this. What exactly did
that is some good
Valve
justice.
do to him that he threatened to kill Gabe?
They just took their game off of Steam.
No, before that.
Before
that?
Before.
yeah.
It said it was always in early access. I don't think they ever
Even
said
when it wasn't?
even when it wasn't.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think
So-
they got mad at that.
Still,
He got mad
Yeah.
at
How-
them for false advertising of
Yeah.
full game, even though
Wait,
it's
don't
still
people
early.
usually hide under the guise of early access?
Yeah.
Yeah.
To like say, "Oh, our game is not shitty."
Yeah.
I find it strange they would be upset that their game wasn't
Yeah.
correctly.
Not just
called
upset,
early access.
upset enough that you go on Twitter and send death threats to Gabe
Yeah.
Newell.
Yeah, it kind of seems like
Absolutely not.
Completely unsolicited. It didn't do anything to that person, specifically.
Like,
it was
yeah,
just,
it wasn't like a death threat. It was more like he was probably just being stupid.
Yeah,
It's
you're
like,
being
"I'm
really
gonna kill
stupid.
Gabe."
Yeah.
It's more like declaring it to the heavens
Yeah.
rather than like saying, "Hey,
Yeah.
Gabe, I'm
Hey,
coming."
Gabe, I'm
coming
coming
for
for you
ya.
right now.
Yeah.
But
Still, though.
either way, their studio's nothing anymore because he's like, I'm never going to gain this reputation back. I'm done.
Yeah.
And then he quit.
there
It's
you
like,
go.
now I'm
At least he
gonna-
admitted that he was.
Yeah, that's true.
At least
maybe
they
he'll
did.
get hired by some random Russian company.
It probably seems to be what everyone's doing now. More exciting news.
More exciting.
Nintendo had a direct yesterday.
They did the 50.
They,
Oh
here's our
my
shut up,
goodness.
Chris.
All right.
Give us a
Now-
minute. Give us a minute to introduce what happened. Nintendo had a direct with a direct, and its title pretty much was a BuzzFeed article. 50 things that you'll see in the Wii U version of Smash.
No, seriously.
Number 30 will surprise the hell out of you. And
Oh my God.
pretty much it was like 45 of them are things that we already knew, but there
Yeah.
were some newer ones.
Or
like-
things that
or
were
things
in
that-
older ones that they took out of the 3DS one and are adding back to get us excited.
We're not going to talk about those. We're just going to
Yeah.
bring
Talk
up.
about 8-man Smash.
8-man Smash.
Who thinks that's a good idea?
I think
I think
that's a good idea.
for VGA.
Audio spiked.
Audio
Keep it
spiked.
down, guys.
Wow. That's not a good idea.
No.
Can you imagine how fucking hectic that shit's going to be?
It's gonna be
That's-
that's
that's-
fun.
That's what Smash is supposed to be about us at
I
its
guess.
core.
I
I
guess.
feel like
Yeah.
with this iteration of the games, they tried to make it more competitive, yet more friendly.
Yeah.
And they did both, it seems.
And
Yeah, with some
I
heavyweights.
think the 8-player Smash is a really good way to get it on the more friendly front.
It's like just imagine how dumb the room's gonna be now. Because like before, it's like, oh, you got 4 people playing Smash, and now we can have
Eight people.
eight whole people.
It's
And they have lots of big maps to help with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
It's
They,
good.
they did add those.
So,
Yeah.
so it's not just throwing 8 dudes on Final Destination.
Oh my
Just saying
God.
have fun.
That's gonna be
because
hectic.
that would be
They
terrible.
can't do 8-man Final Destination. They confirmed that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Because that
Thank
would
you,
literally be torture.
Yeah.
And there'd be one dude on Ike killing everyone.
Yeah.
It's not even pressing an A button, just up B, up B, up B.
yep.
Yo, but that mode just looks so much. Can you guys imagine 4v4s?
I'm just thinking 8
Yo.
Captain Falcons.
Free for all.
How many moves will be shown?
Actually,
Every-
I didn't even think about team
every
play.
TV
That would actually be
will
pretty
explode.
interesting.
It would be.
4v4.
It would be.
I never thought about that. That actually,
Four-
I did.
4v4
Yeah, I
is-
didn't think about that until just
And then-
now.
2v2v2v2.
that might be. That's
See, I think that's what they're trying to do with the amiibo stuff. Like, you can, like, if you have 8 players, you can fight your me and your amiibo guy.
Oh,
And
that
that would be really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
Yo, but I'm so hyped. I want to play 8-player Smash. 7v1s, guys.
7v1s.
We'll see how
Still
good you
wins.
really are.
Still wins.
Still win, choose Nest. Can't
What do you mean?
stop
I got
him.
vegetables on me. It's just-
Stitch faces. Stitch faces are pretty frequent now. He wins.
It's all right. I got a bet. I can reflect that.
That's true.
Ooh.
And it'll
But
pretty
while
much
you're
just
dodging
Oko.
everyone else, we'll see.
Oh yeah, we'll see. We'll see. It's okay. It's okay. I got you.
New character.
Don't worry about it.
New character.
New character.
Character.
Liquid Snake is
Liquid
in.
Snake.
I mean,
Did
Mewtwo.
you guys
I'm a
know
little
what
butthurt.
the fuck is
I'm a little
Bowser
butthurt.
Jr. is in the game.
Right?
And
We're
the
watching Save
7
the Rex.
Koopalings.
Number 7.
wait, guys, wait. Okay, so
Roy's in the game.
I'm just.
Roy's in the game.
I'm just gonna go on Bowser Koopa's trailer. I just wanted to point out one thing that it made me really like. I was like, whoa! They actually showed the shield when
Oh,
Mario
yeah.
brought up
It's
his
a
shield.
bubble shield. What the hell is that?
I was
Yeah.
like,
I was like, they showed the, you know how you hold the block, you get the little bubble thing. They
Yeah.
showed it like
During the CG
being
trailer.
used. They usually just beating the shit out of each other. But like Bowser Jr. comes at
Mario.
comes at Mario with his little drill things, and Mario pulls up the shield. It looks beautiful. by
It
the way.
does.
It's like this
Like-
big bubble shield too. It's not like this little shitty thing that's in front of
he
you.
does get
Yeah.
yeah. too, and then he breaks it. I was like, ooh.
Oh wow.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
like I thought that was like the dopest part. I was like, yo, Mario brought out the shield though. He brought out the what?
That was a really, really nice trailer.
Like,
For a character we already knew.
Mewtwo.
And Mewtwo's happening.
Mewtwo is
Alright.
coming soon.
That's all that needs to be said about that.
all right, guys,
What do you mean?
check it out.
I could just say,
Is
when
coming
we
soon.
saw the direct for the first Smash, and they revealed Greninja,
Yeah.
I was just like, no. They're going to reveal Greninja, and then they're going to reveal Mewtwo at a later date. I
Yeah.
never expected them not to have
Yeah,
Mewtwo.
absolutely. It was one of those
I was
things.
surprised when he wasn't back.
Yeah,
and
everyone
Dr.
was.
Mario was.
Everyone was just so mad.
Yeah.
I wasn't mad. I was just surprised.
I personally did not care for Mewtwo.
I didn't
in
really
Melee at
either.
all.
I didn't care for him in Melee, but the fact that he wasn't there in Brawl and he wasn't there in Smash 4 was just, oh, okay.
You see,
I don't understand why. There's 3 characters of controversy, the 3 clones, and I also like that the 3 clones are all next to each other.
Yeah.
You notice that?
Yeah, on the
in,
character
in,
screen.
in
Yeah.
the menu, then the bottom right, it's Dr. Mario, Dark Pit,
And
Paul-
Lucina.
Oh, I was
Yeah.
gonna call her
Yeah,
Palutena.
Lucina's not-
No, she's not.
oh, okay.
Yeah, I always love that those guys get so much hate.
Yeah.
Like all,
And they're all separated on the character
My favorite part is
We're
that
like 7 minutes inside of an hour, by the way.
Oh, okay.
like
Um, yeah.
like Mewtwo hasn't been in since Melee. When he wasn't, confirmed for Brawl, everybody was like, sad, oh no, Mewtwo. But now he's back in Smash 4. I'm really excited to see what they do with him. I hope they
Yeah.
change up his moveset a little bit.
I'll have to change it a lot.
And make him
He was
not-
fun.
He was so much fun in Melee. He just
Yeah.
wasn't good in Melee.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He was
So-
one of
so-
those for fun characters.
No, you said that you
Like
charge
Pikachu.
you charge your
that's
shitty
Pikachu.
shadow ball, and then you get your ass whooped. You hope you're able to throw it before you die.
Yeah.
No, but Mewtwo was so much. He could float. The teleporting move, like
His floatiness, I found more annoying, though.
He has a little down B that like flips him up. He has a little confusion move.
I like the confusion. That was the hype. That was my favorite thing today. I would just spam it. It was terrible. but I would just
The
spam
fact
it.
that they're doing a spring release for the DLC of Mewtwo makes it almost seem like they're doing more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Which
guess.
is, that's really cool.
Yeah, this adds potential
maybe they'll
for
be like
pretty much anything.
maybe
But
they'll have
it's too big of a gap. If,
Yeah, like
If it had been done already, they would have released it. If it was just Mewtwo, they would have been like, okay,
I-
it's DLC for 3DS now,
Yeah.
and then day 1 DLC. for the Wii version.
I actually like it because it's going back to the old times where DLC was made after the game.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's true. That's totally true.
Which is the only reason I'm happy about it, because Nintendo is the only publisher not fucking
Give them time.
consumers.
Give them time.
I know it's only a matter of time, but you can't blame them for that.
Yeah.
If the entire industry is fucking the consumers and we're still buying their games, why shouldn't Nintendo screw
Yeah,
us?
I guess.
Right.
Yeah.
There's no reason for Nintendo to be this good to us. They've
Yeah.
got no reason to.
Yeah.
Because literally, like EA is they're hated, but people buy their games anyways.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking Dragon Age.
Ubisoft is trying their hardest to become the new EA,
Yeah.
and they're still making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you could also say Nintendo has the most to lose out of all of them. That's probably the reason
Yeah.
why they're not doing it.
Yeah.
What do they have? What do you mean they have the most to lose?
They have the most dedicated fans, and they have the most finicky fans out of all of them.
I mean, I guess
I
you can
can-
say that because
I mean, I guess you would
I
say
can
that, but
kinda
there's
see that.
some.
that's
I
because
feel like for
all
a
the
lot
other
of
ones
the-
don't seem to react. They get real upset and they buy the next
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
Yeah. They get really upset until the game comes out and they're like,
It's like
but I like Assassin's Creed, and they buy it.
Yeah, like Nintendo has to all their first party games are real solid. None of them are stuff you'd go out and buy a console for. Not most. Some are arguably, but
Like Smash.
like Smash.
Yeah.
It's like they had every first party game Nintendo releases is above average,
Yeah.
and they have to literally with that they still get no love.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sony fans are real happy with their PlayStation 3 because they have multiplats,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
Xbox One fans are real happy because they get multiplats, but for some reason Nintendo has no games, despite the fact they have about 8 first-party titles, and PS4 has
Only Drive Club this year. Well, to the end of the year.
yeah, it has Second Son, it has Killzone, it has Knack, if you want to mention that, and then it has a remake of Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Xbox has 5 or 6 exclusives.
Yeah.
And
Sunset
yet,
Overdrive.
Sunset Overdrive. Yeah.
yeah,
That looks really good.
It looks
We'll
real
be bringing
fun.
that up in a few minutes.
Well, we have 3 minutes.
I know it's a little
Yeah,
close. It's a little closer thing.
Okay.
Anything else big from Smash, or should we move on?
Yeah. Stage builder busted. We can draw it. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I'm
Already
interested
not
to see-
tournament legal.
Yeah, already not
I'm
tournament
interested
legal.
to see what people come up with because you can actually
Penises.
share the
Yeah.
stage. There'll be many dicks. I will fight. I want.
That's
I wanna
pretty
know if
cool.
I
They're
can
gonna
make
be
the dick
dicks.
move.
Yeah.
Could I have the dick propel throughout the stage?
Oh God.
I kind of make the background be all swishy, so it feels like the dick is just flying through space inside.
Oh yeah, yeah. But,
So it'll be like Lilac, but instead of Cornelia riding on, it'll be like Cornelia, but instead of riding on the plane, you're riding on a huge cock.
we are mature adults.
And the Miiverse stage.
The Miiverse stage.
oh no, it's
Yeah.
such a terrible idea.
There's gonna be so many Palatine butts.
Oh
Midnights at
God.
Freddy.
Should we bring that up? That's something that's worth 10 seconds of our time.
Yeah, it seems
There-
pretty mediocre.
there's
It
a-
seems like
no.
it's more of the same.
There's a Five Nights at Freddy's.
It's
2
gonna look
coming
better,
out.
Oh,
but it's
yeah.
not gonna be great.
It's not gonna be good. That game's bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
What is
Sorry, internet.
It's fun when you watch other people play it for
Maybe.
15 minutes.
Even watching other people play it didn't look too
It
great.
was
I've
just
never
weird.
played
that-
it.
Yeah, I've never played
That
it.
game's not good.
Nope.
And
And?
another news story: Halo 5 may have potentially gotten a leaked date
Oh.
because they hired a new person at 343 Industries. And if you look at the picture, it's the new employee with the friend arm around, and then it has a 343 logo in the back, and then under it has what appears to be a countdown timer, and it says 382
Oh my god.
potential days, and that would bring it to November 10th, 2015. Halo always releases.
Yeah.
Bad.
Yep,
Yeah.
that could be. Yeah,
That's.
There we go.
that's a
Wow.
big small thing.
Is he fired?
He just got the job yesterday. He got hired yesterday and then leaked the date for Halo 5.
Poor guy.
Well, I don't. Wait, it wouldn't be his fault. Maybe it'd be
Somebody's
the photographer.
No, yeah,
That's
like you could imagine, before posting that, somebody
Like,
said,
it
"Hey,
must start talking.
the thing's right there."
No,
Yeah.
You know?
Clearly, no one talked to him.
I guess
Right
not.
fucking there.
He was just too excited. Well, either
It's
way,
I'm real excited about my
Gets
new job.
fired immediately.
either way, I don't know if that's big or
That's
not.
getting fired like a boss.
Yeah, that's
literally.
day one fire.
Going in, leaking the day, getting fired.
He's doing God's work.
Too bad he's not gonna have a career now.
Sadly.
I mean, he was 343 too. He was set for a while.
They don't get hired at
Yeah.
Zynga.
Everyone's fucking going to Zynga. Well, he hasn't gotten fired. That's
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Not that we
And even if
It's probably a ploy.
a release date, if that's true, that doesn't
They're
mean
probably trying to
anything.
keep people talking
Yeah.
about it because no
Yeah.
one cares.
No one
I mean,
cares. Like,
Halo does something pretty much yearly, don't they?
no, they haven't
Oh,
released
next
They
year.
anything
actually take their time.
since 2012 was Halo 4, and then before that,
Sorry.
Wait, 2012 was Halo 4?
Halo 4
Yeah.
was 2012.
I don't
which
know
was,
games.
Word?
I mean,
And then Master Chief Collection coming out this year, and then
Yeah.
Halo 5 next year, and then they won't release anything for a while. So they're not annualized. They haven't annualized
they're not
Halo
Call
yet.
of Duty.
They're not
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Still butthurt
Yeah.
about Assassin's Creed.
They're,
All right.
they're
That game should have ended 3 games ago.
Probably.
It should have been a. It
That
should
game should have
been a
ended
good
3 days
trilogy.
ago, and there should have been a female multiplayer character.
That's true, but that's too hard
Podcast
to
one.
animate. girls move completely different from guys. They have
Yeah, but
like
they
a
have
third
the love
leg.
They have
So
boob
it's okay.
physics.
They have
No,
legs.
just use Dead or Alive boob physics.
That's
They just steal it, just like copy pasta. Just like fucking, just scroll over the boobs and then just like cut it.
Copy pasta. Copy pasta.
Yes.
we should probably wrap this up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What a way to wrap it up.
by the
What a
next
note to end on.
good note to end on. So by the next time we sit down and record our stupid voices again, there'll be some things that have come up by then. We'll have
Yeah.
stuff to talk about.
Thank you for joining us for our very first podcast.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, guys, we really appreciate
But I have a
your
list.
support.
Don't tell them bye yet. I have a list of things we'll be talking about. Sunset Overdrive will be out by the next time we record a
Really?
podcast. Yeah.
Okay.
Call of Duty Advanced Warfare will be out by the time we have a podcast. That'll be a long discussion. That'll be a long discussion.
Because we're all such avid Call of Duty gamers.
I mean, I used to be.
It-
that's why.
it's a-
that's why I might actually. Have a lot to
I'm
say.
going to have a lot to say about Call of Duty.
Okay.
Me and Call of
Me and
Duty
Greg
are,
will have something to
we
say.
have Greg we'll start a conversation.
Okay.
We have a pass with Call of Duty.
Okay.
And Binding of Isaac Rebirth, which
Oh, yeah.
is coming out.
Oh, maybe I'll buy it.
Yeah.
I sunk too many hours in Spider.
Yeah.
I know it's the perfect. Like I got 30 minutes. I don't
It-
want
right.
to really get engrossed into a
Spelunky
game.
is also that.
And so you just play out Binding of Isaac.
Spelunky, best
Spelunky
game
is-
ever.
And maybe we'll talk more about it on the next podcast, but at some point we'll be doing an Extra Life stream
Yeah.
Yes.
for a 24-hour
we need to
gaming stream.
solidify plans for that
We need to do.
before we.
Maybe we'll just bring it up right now, but
Yeah.
on
it's in
November the
It's ha-
8th, I
it'll most likely
think,
happen.
because none of us could really do it the weekend of Extra Life stuff. We're doing it a little late, so we plan on doing a 24-hour gaming stream of Extra Life.
Yeah.
We'll play games all day, take all donations.
Yeah.
We'll probably set some goals for like certain milestones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We would appreciate any donations.
yeah,
Yeah.
we'll put stuff up as it goes along.
Yeah.
So-
Anything donated goes a long way.
Any updates? You can follow us on Twitter at Suffolk VGA, and
And Facebook.
And
And
Facebook.
Facebook.
Facebook, Suffolk University Video Gamers Army, and we'll be back in 2 weeks.
All right.
All right,
See you
guys.
guys.
Bye.